Hey guys, here we go. We are in the new digs here. I've got it sort of set up the way that I want it. I've got the screens, I've got the music, I got everything going. It's all great. And, today's been a really good morning. So if you've been playing along today, then what you ought to have done was looked at your volatility bands. So if you were going through the volatility band trading plan, you had really, really solid just Meta and Tesla setups that ran the bands, in some cases a couple times, and really got us in front of the opportunity for some profits. So I think we should take a look at, sort of what happened in both of these stocks this morning, and then also take a look at what's on deck for the afternoon, because I think there's going to be lots of good opportunities here. So here they are. You can see that, this morning on Meta, so Meta is up here. So these are the bands that we were looking at today. So if you just saw us in Sarasota and you're looking at these plans for the first time, then what you ought to have seen was, we had the move up through, and it tracked cleanly up through the bands. And Julie caught the whole thing from 649.43 up to 652.26, was trying to even trail it higher. She got up into 654.10 and then just had the trailing stop down in there behind it, and as it came back down again, got out at that first sweep of the band target, and then had another move up through the bands from below. As far as the rest of the day goes on this one, for the time being, I'm going to say the bands remain the bands. So the bands remain the same. If you're looking for an entry opportunity on Meta, 649.43 on the bottom up to 652.26, I'm going to keep that level right where it is. Then the next one is Tesla. You can see Tesla did the same dance. It came up through the bands. All you had to do this morning was wait. And for those who are impatient around that opening bell and you're looking for all sorts of other stuff, Tesla just didn't give us an opportunity right out of the gate. It didn't trade very symmetrically in terms of risk off the opening bell into the pre-market range. So you can see, the pre-market range was pretty bound up here and really didn't get a firm close below, didn't get a nice breakout above. So I had one trade in there that actually just scratched out for about $100 loss. And then, boy howdy, when it got up into the bands, we went ahead and ran them now just about twice. So I think on Tesla, the key is going to be to wait for some pullbacks in the direction of the trend. I think that your dominant move here is going to be this fib pullback. Gets you down into a nice ratio trade at 473.29. You can also trade this on TSLL, which is $21.59, right? So you get a great opportunity there on the ETF to trade TSLL. It's a double volatility play on Tesla. Trades for 21 bucks. You don't have to put a bunch of money up to trade this one. Thanks to Paul Riggs for bringing this to everybody's attention 8 months ago for the guys who wanted to trade Tesla, but just didn't want to bankroll that much in one trade. That one, if that comes down below $21.59 and then makes a move higher, all the way back up into 21.76, 22.31. Those are the areas that I'm expecting to see that one go. So that's just a side bet that you can do where you can get a big load of shares for not a whole lot of leverage. 1,000 shares of that will cost you 22,000 bucks and give you just about the same magnitude of a move as the Tesla trade will do on fewer shares but bigger leverage. Okay, so I think that for the rest of the session on TSLA, the thing to look for are the pullbacks into the range, and keep an eye on the Bookmap. So if you have Bookmap, there are levels here that are really, up in here that are showing a lot of liquidity. That liquidity tends to draw attention. It's, right now it's not as firm as it was earlier in the day. Earlier in the day, we had 50,000, 60,000 shares posted on the book, and over the course of the session, these things got thinner, and as they got thinner, they are still offering some good opportunities. There's opportunity for profit all over the place on Tesla as far as I'm concerned today. Just don't get yourself trapped. Okay, so I think that wraps up the strategy for this part of the day. keep an eye on things and just see if you can get in front of the opportunities. If you have any questions, you can pop in the room. You've got access to the Zoom room. Ask the questions there, or shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I think most of you have my text message number too. You can get me there. But just vet those opportunities when they're in front of you, and I am happy to go over them with you.